A warm greeting. Today is Tuesday, August 29, 2023. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia speaking. At the time of recording this video, it's 6 in the evening, local time in Florida, where the effects of Hurricane Idalia are already being felt. The hurricane is approaching the northern and Big Bend regions of Florida. Throughout the day, Hurricane Idalia has been strengthening, and in the 5 p.m. bulletin, the National Hurricane Center indicates that it has intensified into a Category 2 hurricane, currently with sustained maximum winds of 100 miles per hour. Therefore, the forecast continues indicating that it is expected to reach Category 3 status by Wednesday morning near Florida's Big Bend. However, the effects of tropical storm conditions are already approaching sectors on the western side of the Florida Peninsula, so weather conditions will deteriorate starting from this evening. If we zoom in on the visible satellite image, we can see how the structure of Hurricane Idalia has continued to improve during the day, a sign of strengthening. Additionally, we can observe the outer bands currently moving over the Florida Peninsula. Gradually, the circulation center is developing an eye, which should soon become visible in satellite images. Looking at the infrared satellite image, we can see the eye clearing up as intense thunderstorm areas develop around the circulation center. These are signs that the hurricane is continuing to strengthen, as forecasted. Although this strengthening is expected to be rapid before reaching Florida's land, at least during the last 6 hours, the rate of strengthening has been slightly slower than anticipated by some models. Nevertheless, it is projected to arrive as a powerful Category 3 hurricane. In the Doppler radar image from Tampa, the circulation center and all the outer bands moving over the western sectors of Florida are clearly visible. Throughout today, heavy showers have been moving across the northern, central, and southern parts of Florida. A hurricane reconnaissance plane is currently investigating this area and found that the strongest winds remain to the east of the circulation center. They also observed that the barometric pressure continues to decrease at a moderate rate, indicating ongoing strengthening, albeit slightly slower than anticipated earlier in the day. You can see that tropical storm force winds are already very close to the western coast of the Florida Peninsula. Overnight, these winds are expected to begin affecting western Florida, starting with the city of Tampa. Also, note that a hurricane warning is in effect from Tampa to Panama City, and a tropical storm warning is in effect from Fort Myers to Tampa. Additionally, a tropical storm warning has been issued for northwest Florida and sectors of southern Georgia, southeastern and eastern South Carolina, and eastern North Carolina. The consensus on the storm's path remains consistent, with expectations that Wednesday morning will see its entry just south of Tallahassee. Afterward, Hurricane Idalia will move over southeastern Georgia and southern South Carolina between Wednesday and Thursday. In the longer term, but subject to further evaluation, the cyclone might take a southwesterly turn, potentially bringing it back to the southeastern United States. In terms of intensity, the models continue to forecast rapid strengthening, with consensus indicating it will arrive as a Category 2 or Category 3 hurricane with sustained maximum winds between 110 to 115 miles per hour. Once it makes landfall, it will start to weaken considerably. It is anticipated that when it crosses over southern Georgia, it will be a Category 1 hurricane. Let's take a look at the latest runs of the global models. Here we have the GFS model, with the circulation center entering around 7 a.m. just south of Tallahassee with winds ranging from 100 to 110 miles per hour. This would classify as a Category 2 hurricane, bordering on Category 3. We also have the European model, with a Category 2 hurricane entering also around 9 a.m., south of Tallahassee, tomorrow morning. Furthermore, the German model depicts a Category 3 hurricane entering near the city of Jena around 6 a.m. on Wednesday. Remember that Hurricane Idalia will also bring significant rainfall through these areas. Along its path, it is expected to leave between 6 to 10 inches of rain, extending from Florida's Big Bend to the southeastern center of Georgia, central South Carolina, and regions in the southern and eastern parts of North Carolina. There is a high risk of flooding across all these areas, and residents in flood-prone locations should take necessary precautions. Time is running short, so please conclude your preparations during the next few hours. In addition to the rain, remember the storm surge. Notice that the estimated storm surge for Florida's Big Bend has increased. It is now forecasted to be between 10 to 15 feet above sea level. It's important that if you live in a vulnerable zone for storm surge flooding, evacuate immediately. Also, coastal cities on the western side of the Florida Peninsula can expect a storm surge ranging from 2 to 6 feet, including Tampa Bay. The storm surge is also significantly impacting coastal areas of South Carolina and Georgia, with levels between 2 to 4 feet above sea level. Well, that's all for the Hurricane Idalia forecast update. We are nearing the 0 hour when it will make landfall over Florida's Big Bend. If you live along the western coast of the Florida Peninsula, In the Big Bend and northern Florida regions, as well as southern Georgia, make sure to complete your preparations immediately. This cyclone is expected to arrive as a Category 3 hurricane. I hope that our followers in the southeastern United States are already prepared to face this event of strong winds, torrential rains, and flooding due to storm surge. Tomorrow morning, when the center is near the coast, I will be recording a new video to provide an updated forecast. Until then, take care.